One with a very clear side to play for, that's either mid or bot side. You know, a lot of power in that lane, dive potential, CC, considerable amount of damage, really good setup for the Trundle, and you can just leave Rascal alone in that lane. Pre-first back, it's going to be hard, but once he gets some health in Soul Furnace and plated Steel Caps, that top side matchup is not going to be an issue.
Always getting there. So we'll have to see how it does go as game number 1 will start up right now.
Comes online very early, and if Clid... this is risky, right? But there is only an exhaust. There's no heal available. If they can get a big wave stacked here, not that many minions as of yet. Clid trying to stay away. Might at the very least zone him away from this wave here.
Yeah, could definitely do that, or at least force a teleport perhaps, as we are going to be engaging on in. The satchel is down, but he can't use it to get away. And that is going to be first blood being given over to Light, of all people, as Umpty is here. He's going to land that stun, gets a bit of damage down. Here's the teleport now. As Viego at level 3, not exactly the most powerful, and even Umpty has to flash away, lest he give the double buff over. So definitely a nice little start here for Gen.G.
And that's so well done by Gen.G, because they use a multiple set of strengths from the champions. They use and as Gen.G now, with rotating up your bot side as well, you're kind of committed to making this work. Still have a lot of ultimates available.
All right, here we go. Gen.G is coming in. That Rift Herald is getting dangerously low. Umpty able to take it down, but Gen.G just want the fight, and they will wombo combo. The Galio comes in and gets a lot of value with the taunt as well as the ultimate. But still, it is going to be Gen.G on the chase here, as it is a 1-for-1 so far, and Umpty is looking to be the number 2, as he is still on the run. As get wrecked by the Pillar of Filth, says Clid, and that is going to be an extra kill on top.
It's peak pillar placement right there. Getting them stuck between the pillar and the wall, beautiful. And if you have a Rascal ultimate here as well, you might feel a little bit better about it, but it is a lot of damage blocking coming through from the Light in combination with a great knockoff and taunt from Lava. And for a second there, it's looking a little dire, because if Umpty can get those resets, this is the type of fight as Gen.G. If you lose, you're in a very dire spot. Fortunately for them, the health bars on Frederion Braun are very low. I want to hear what Clid says here.
Speaking of poke,
I don't know if that's considered poke. I think that's just an attempt to one-tap Hoya.
Yeah.
Man.
By the way, there were 3 scans that were used by Gen.G. They spotted the Galio easily, and 0 of this poke is landing. That arrow is going to go totally wide, but now they're between a rock and a hard place as the Scion catches them from the top side. The Jace immediately dies, as we kind of saw the 2-part story to that one, BDD to start it. And yep, 2 free kills for Gen.G. They will pick up the Mountain Soul and waltz over to the Baron or wherever else they want to go on this rift.
At everyone, generally, as he is the Trundle, as, yeah, Lava can't really join the fight. Sure, you get the miss, not able to get a lot done more, but a really nice flank from Rascal, being that far up into the river, when you know where the Scion is.
With the big shield.
Yep.
As well. Yeah, it's pretty nice. Considering the way this game went, the Scion is working out very, very well. As you mentioned, you know, you eventually kind of neutralize the Jason lane, and we are going to have a little engage here as Umpty will get caught. You can see the obnoxious amount of lockdown that Gen.G have in their comp right now, as in will go the Scion, and yes, life is going to get low, but that doesn't matter because everybody else on the side of Frederion Braun is on the run. And the engage never ends. The pillar comes down, the Scion's in your face, he's going to stop the Justice Punch, and Lava will eventually go down as well. That will be the clean ace to the side of Gen.G. Nobody dies, and they should push for the win.
You're not allowed to walk into a funnel, into a brawl, Jason Ziggs, but doesn't matter with how far ahead Gen.G already is. Not the fastest pace, but a very clean, dominating, and controlled win. And I think as Gen.G, this is the best look that you could have. Only thing that would be better is, you know, the classic stuff. But still, it's 27 minutes. You have a team fight comp.
Yeah.
And you never at any point in this game looked like you were even remotely close.
20 minutes in the game, he can absolutely outdo your smite. Let me tell you, if you time it perfectly and if you're able to get in range for all of your abilities, you can absolutely steal the Baron, even without fighting them. So
I had
absolutely agree.
I had no clue who to vote for because this felt like it's just all of Gen.G were always everywhere.
Yeah, I mean, it's great into the matchup as well.
Oh, it's really good.
To the Rise, like, it's just perfect. And I'm, you know, Frederion Braun are just wishing that we were maybe 1 or 2 years in the future where we'll have 6 or 7 bans, if that ever happens. Because then they could have banned away the Orianna, was a pretty obvious one. By saying this, and maybe it'll happen, maybe it won't. We're going into game 2. These junglers about to come head-to-head potentially as Umpty is down here, but the dive is coming through. Life with the great base breaker, but with the teleport coming in, you see that Gen.G cannot further commit, and that's just going to be a failed dive here. Great response from Frederion Braun, and they will pick up the first blood in the bottom lane. You see that? I mean, there's no teleport here for Lava. He is going to realm warp his way into the lane to get a little bit closer to clear out the wave. We do have the Rakan coming up here.
Oh, no Mega Bar available, and there are all the ultimates for Gen.G. I don't think you can contest this as Frederion Braun.
Lava is going very far forward. Really wants to take this one as Life is going to get engaged, but so is Lava as in they go onto him, and the Wombo combo comes through. That final Q from Rascal will finish off the Rise. In the wave, there is the first plate of the game. Goes over to Frederion Braun, and now Ruler in a little bit of an awkward spot here. He does have the flash. He is going to hold on to it just barely. As the Rise not quite able to bounce. Here comes Delight, though, looking for the engage, trying to get onto anyone he possibly can. It will be the Xin Zhao.
Look at Rascal.
He's going to go for that Crescent Guard and gets knocked in. Big shockwave now, and Rascal is looking for the flank, but now Ruler, once the energy comes up, he's going to go down as well. But immediately a couple of kills traded back into the pockets of Gen.G. And BDD has a very healthy mana bar at this point in time. They're just going to be able to kite them down. Umpty trying to run away here. As thinking about the Q coming in here, he will go for it. Smites it, tries to get away, and now Rascal will go for the Slicing Maelstrom. As they're trying to chip down Rascal with a bit of damage from the help of Henna as well. And it looks like Gen.G will give up on the chase, finally.
To see that the response to the dive meta that we had earlier is just build tanky. Ruler playing very greedily with his flash here, which works out initially, but I actually really like the call from Frederion Braun to then go in here. Would have loved for Delight to play it a little bit more aggressively. I think he goes for the flash grand entrance. There's no way that they're able to actually get away from him. And that might provide you with the immediate team fight win. Instead, it becomes much more of a messy fight, but the damage is already done. And yeah, at this point, I like Umpty's great escape attempt. As Rascal...
trying to get on top of Rascal here, and that will be enough with the help of the Realm Warp and the rest of the team. And that is a huge amount.
Yeah, here you go. He knows. Doesn't matter. It's just very straightforward, and this is one of the reasons that
they've had an identity. They've been making it work so far. This Infernal should go over to them. Yep, they're not able to get in range, but here comes the Slicing Maelstrom. It is going to be exhausted, and immediately Klid's getting low. Rascal has to go into a stopwatch. He's going to go down, and Umpty not even going to get traded for it. You see the shield on the Life here. He has to flash away, and Frederion Braun very much in control of this game. They pick up the Infernal, and they are running with it.
Some jumbled calls there from Gen.G, because while Rascal is like, go in, he gets immediately exhausted. So a lot of the damage that the cannon normally provides, not relevant at all. The kicker is, Ruler can't really walk up because he doesn't have a summoner, so then it comes down to BDD. But it felt to me like BDD was saying, guys, they got the Drake, we're trying to fight desperately here for an objective that isn't there anymore, and it doesn't really work out, because look here, right? Like, BDD is so far back and doesn't ever get into a good opportunity to use the ultimate. Ruler isn't even there either. And clearly, not everyone on Gen.G on the same page, and now you're kind of forced into this half fight. Life has to expand his flash as well, and it's not the end of the world, but
if they want to have a chance of trying to win any of these fights, especially with Mega Gnar starting here, the Gnar Boomerang starts up the Infernal on the backswing. Not 100% sure if that was on purpose, but it looked cool. Gen.G just going to commit to it here. We're going to go for a bit of a 50-50, and it will go the way of Gen.G. Clid gets the smite, but immediately down goes the set. So Gen.G say we just got to get the hell out of here. The flashes will come. And it looks like Clid is going to be in a bit of trouble. He's trying to charge away onto some minions. He actually does have the Orianna there. And that wrap around the wall is too much for Bro to catch up. So Gen.G, and life is available. He's got his flash. Yeah, I don't know about this one for Frederion Braun. They're trying to hold the phalanx here. They get the root down onto life, but it is a set. But look at the poke that comes out of the Gnar into the wall is gigantic as he's going to be able to pick up 3. A triple kill for the Rise of all people. And now Ruler is left all alone here in the jungle. No way for him to get away. Only BDD lives, and the turn is perfect from Frederion Braun, and they will get this Baron.
Flashing the Jin Air green wings on there. And now this feels like a really hot game. And just look at this play from Moya. That'll win you a team fight.
Yeah.
And off to the side, BBD and Ruler, they can't really do anything here. There's just not that much to be done. And as mentioned previously, it's just they're ready for this, right? Like, they want to make this play. They know that there's going to be an attempt to collapse upon them when they're in the pit. A lot of matches, maybe not as many series as, oh, Hoya, that's not good.
Okay. Stopwatch comes out for... I really don't know the reason. 2v1, that's just going to be a straight-up kill. Life's got a interesting angle. He's actually considering getting in on this one, but we saw this before. I mean, the Rise has infinite lockdown, and now we're at the Wildmore coming in. Everybody else on the side of Gen.G is just going to get caught. Frederion Braun immediately call their bluff and say, what are you doing here? And they will absolutely knock him down. Looking for Clid as well. Want to get this jungler 100% out before they do go for this objective. That looks like he should be going down eventually here.
Yeah, I was like, is he going to ult or flash and like try to extend it? No. And relatively often when Umti's not having a great game.
Oh man. Oh, the Everfrost. Oh, it's enough, and the Q comes through. And that's going to be Lava shutting down his mid lane opponents just like that.
That's the Law King. Doesn't even need
okay.
Oh.
Well. Yeah, I think we can pack it up and go to game 3 now. It's time to move on to the next one. Ruler is going to get engaged upon here alongside of Rascal, who thankfully for him has his flash, but it's probably still not going to matter. Gets walloped into his death, and the white flag is raised by Delight. He says, you guys got to surrender now. The priority on the bottom lane as well, with the Ashe picked second on the red side. I felt like the Ashe was really not able to do much at all in this game, and just really did not.
Lilia?
What is it going to be? It is Umti, so the Lilia... Oh, that was a big slap on the shoulder.
It was also a literal...
Italy, okay.
Ooh. That's not the angle I was expecting. And also, I get that you want a nice AP jungler, even with the Orianna there. I think an AP jungler with the amount of AD that you already have in your team is completely fine. I see only 2 ways. I can see only 2 ways, Val.
There's no middling.
This is no.
There's no middling, Nidalee. Oh
no.
Okay. Spots it, but now you land a bubble. And Trundle's not going to go pillar first, but you have Viego here for the stun, and Umti just decides, okay, I'll just die. Well,
that is always going to be a risky proposition.
여기 있다. 수면 볼게. 얘 와박하고 빵. 나 기다려. 스턴. 나이스.
Yeah. So you
기분
get
좋아?
to see.
기분 좋아?
Do you feel good? Does that feel good? Are you happy with that? And yeah, I mean, it's hard not to be. Interesting voice comms here. This is a very interesting pathing. Like Lid to just skip his entire bottom side of the jungle and pick up a kill.
Yeah. It's a let's hear again. Sneaking in.
Yeah,
He's in the brush.
Could definitely be some kind of like flay into. Yeah, here comes the lantern, but This time, Umpty is here, and they're looking to turn it around, but the Light will be the first one to go down 2-on-2, but now the kiting power of Henna is too much, and the spear lands. That's going to be another kill, and the flash coming in from Umpty, and how about another one, as the double will go the way of Umpty. Landing that stun onto the Nidalee here. Rascal is trying to clean this one up, and Henna says, I am getting away from this. I do not want any piece of that Viego. And so Rascal at least will be able to pick up another kill.
Yeah, picks up a kill and picks up a huge wave here. Immediately cleared, responds, rotates towards topside to try and take up as much as he possibly can there. As he's...
And yeah, we've seen great stuff from a lot of the players here on the side of Frederion Braun. So definitely some stuff to look forward to in the future. Here in this game, Gen.G going to throw down the second Rift Herald. Trundle Pillar annoying as ever, but actually Ruler takes the most damage. They will have to back away. Rascal also is backed off of that one, as now BDD has to flash the arrow. They're going to get their cleanse early here. Arrow is down for the rest of this fight, but I think they'll be okay with that. As okay, yeah, the bubble is going to land here, but no follow-up comes in from Gen.G. As you mentioned, they need a death sentence, a pillar, a sleepy trouble bubble, basically. Outside of poke from the Zoe, that's all you've got from Gen.G.
Oh, they got river control.
Now that they did, not the best position here for Frederion Braun now. They're trying to rotate over to the bottom side by the blue buff. The mist is down, the spear's not really landing. They're all dodging as a team. It's now another hook onto the Light, but that is just fine as they immediately blow up the Thresh, and he soaked so much of that damage, but Rascal is nearly able to get it off, and now the house hits him, and now we have the Gnar into the wall. Hoya, though, gets kited out by the Aphelios. As a shockwave follow-up here, Umpty thinking about it, still alive, still around. As a bit of damage comes out, no Paddle Star is coming in. I think Ruler, officially the scariest person by the end of that fight.
Oh, and that was a really nice reclaim of the control there from Gen.G. And hoping the replay we can highlight how they were able to actually get that back. But we go in a little bit later. This is where all the fireworks happen. It's Ruler. It's just Ruler. Rascal getting very low, using the tankiness of the Leona and just being a split second too late. Because if he does hit that ultimate and he stays alive here, then he is also able to pick up the Narsil, right? Unfortunately for Frederion Braun, Lava, unlike last game, not very fed. That ultimate
There's nothing to take away his CS, Lava, so he's not going to miss that. Henna is going to get immediately picked off here. He does not have flash, and just like that, you guys see the power of Pillar. Yeah, so...
It's green. Yeah.
All right, let's see it. Maybe it was the Gravitum.
Was it just the pillar?
No, it's the pillar into...
It's just the pillar.
Yeah, and then it's like, well, now you're absolutely dead.
Man, what an ability.
It's incredible. Be surprised if they are ready to throw down on a 4v5 here.
No, there's a Zoe. You're doing this in full vision.
Yeah.
Rascal can teleport in. I don't know about this one, Valdez.
Ooh, they're taking a risk, and they feel like they have to at this point in the game from behind. We'll see if it pays off. The teleport's in. We have Rascal on the left, and there's the turn. They're trying to get Clid, but they do not. They do not get Clid. Hoya has to go into the stopwatch, and now everybody on the side of Frederion Braun's on the run. And you're up against Zoe, so good luck. It's, you know, we're back at the carnival. The darts are being thrown at the balloons, and that's the first one will be the orange one. The Gnar goes down, and we got even more follow-up coming in here. Thankfully, the minion's going to help out there. Now they're trying to turn it, actually. As Henna is flashing forward, he's like, you do not hurt me or my teammates ever again. As he will not be able to kill anyone, though. Lots of low health bars here. BDD. One last Paddle Star, not quite able to do it, but the flash coming in. The more sparkles, and now another turnaround, but Rascal's here, but he blows up immediately. Still not gonna matter, as he's able to frontline for his team. And Frederion Braun will have to run away, tail tucked between their legs.
That was a long skirmish there. Coming through, it started off with a kill on Life. What felt like eternity ago. Oh! Boom!
Oh, man! All right.
Whoa.
I guess we're back at the carnival. I need to think of another metaphor.
I don't mind when it comes to...
I think it's appropriate with Nidalee in the game, especially.
Nidalee Zoe does lead to those comparisons. Yeah, this call, as you pointed out, desperation from Frederion, right? They smell an opening, like, okay, we need to go all in on this. Unfortunately for them, Clit is a Trundle that's built tank outside of Sunburst, so he doesn't die at all, especially because he used Subjugation there.
Subjugates and he's like, yeah, come at me, bro. What
Yeah.
are you going to do?
Rascal going very aggressive here, and then what you can do as Gen.G is just back off, but shenanigans ensue thanks to this really nice shockwave that's about, oh, never mind, there we go, to come through here. And Henna just flashing in aggressively the moment that Rascal walks forward, I think is really nice, realizing that the rest of the damage isn't fully there, and if you do get the resets at Viego, you're going to feel very good.
Oh.
But you got a little greedy
Yeah.
for those resets. Not quite working out the end. BDD, oh.
야, 왔어!
We got him. It's a big, okay, a little bit aggressive here from Clit. Yes, he's tanky, and the poke is coming out in spades. Rascal is able to trade out a bit more onto Delight, and Henna's pretty low too. Gets a gigantic heal from the Nidalee. What has he got, like 1,000 health? What is going on with that Ashe? And Umpty's actually keeping everybody alive, so, well, I don't know if you're going to be able to do
Failure
that amount
value.
of poke, though.
I don't think you can. I think you need to either engage and get a kill, or you're in deep trouble. Teleport comes through here, BDD.
All right.
Fresh.
We're all in on this one. Clit is not able to pick it up. The solar flare is huge into the Gnar. Able to get one, but BDD up on the top side, and now they're able to kite front to back. Ruler's got some room as well, and they're just trying to get as much as possible on the rest of this fight here. Looks like Delight will go down. Rascal still on the chase. Zoya is able to get the double hop, and Umpty is getting a little bit frisky himself. And it is, at the end of the day, a 2-for-1 in favor of Gen.G, but they're up a man. They lost the mountain. Maybe thinking about this Baron now.
Ooh, and they can, but they have a similar issue that Frederion ran into earlier, and that's that Umpty's spears are disgustingly strong. Hasn't even bought his Magi's yet, but with Void, it is terrifying. There we go!
Look at the damage! Clit dies! But Umpty's getting low too, but he survives just barely. Oh man, and that's not going to be the Baron for you, Gen.G. Not today. Get in, but he can't. And that's not going to be anything. The play is huge, as they're not able to take down Hoya, but Delight nearly dies. Now Fredrion's just on the run, looking to potentially turn it around, but not going to be easy to do so. Lava just dies. Where did he go? Zoe gameplay, everybody, and now on the chase here, you got a pillar that comes in and a lot of tools, but the teleport from the Gnar is coming in.
He's mini!
He's trying to build it up. He absolutely can if he gets a couple of autos. Has to hop away from this one. And it is opposite day. Red team's going left. Blue team is chasing them. Okay. Flash is used. Not able. That is a fake one. Not able to follow up on that. Rascal trying to come around the back. Umpty is going to find him here. Not necessarily winning that trade as they're trying to get the damage down into the Rascal, who has GA, as now they want to just engage on a Ruler, but he cleanses back, and now he's able to go front to back, and they should have the damage now with Ruler in his safe spot. Umpty's low, and I don't care how many stopwatches you have, it's not going to be enough. As BDD will get him over the wall, and that is going to be the kill. Handed over to Rascal. As Gen.G, they may have just done it. They're teleporting mid.
Oh,
they will try to end
lava!
this game. He's feeling pretty good. The spears are pretty nice, but again, Clit is incredibly tanky in this game. So every time it hits him, they'll be happy. As the damage is insane, the Aphelios is so fed in this game.
I don't know if they can.
Ooh, able to dodge the spears. That's one way to do it. Nice amount of damage with the Moonlight Vigil, but it's not enough to push them away. And now with the bubbles are down. Frederion are thinking about an engage, but still the Baron will go the way.
Pillar!
The pillar comes in, big shockwave now. Bit of damage coming in, but not quite able to engage. Good hook now onto Lava, but he survives as Henna's trying to kite it out desperately, but he has to get into the pillar, and you never want to be between Gen.G and a pillar. Ruler just able to do insane damage from optimal safety, and everybody on the side of Frederion will finally be going down. A valiant effort in their last game, but at the end of the day, it is a clean ace going the way of Gen.G.
Oh, that's about the best final game that you can hope for. A valiant effort, the best way to describe it, there from Frederion Braun. But this was such an important win for Gen.G. If you lose this game, if you get upset here, your chances that were already slim of locking in those top playoff spots, getting that bye.
It wasn't a game that Gen.G thought that they had on. I mean, look at the damage out of Umpty. That's actually disgusting.
Yeah. It's insane.
Gen.G knew that they were under a lot of pressure, and they just barely got away.
Thank you very much, guys. This is Jason with the POG interview translation, joined by BDD, the solo POG, on the side of Gen.G. Congratulations on the win. What does it mean to you as you guys are heading into the playoffs really soon? We thought this was a must-win match for us, but it was so hard, you know? But it's a relief that we won. Indeed, we had a very close 3-game series, but it was definitely a momentum swing for you guys as well. What did you focus on during the losing streak? First off, you know, we always, you know, we wanted to just realize that compared to other stronger teams, we kind of play individually. So we wanted to play as a team. Game 1, you guys let the 5-1 Jace Ziggs come through and then locked in Trundle as a first pick. And then you guys were able to get a very good counter poke comp. So did you guys get all the things that you wanted? Nowadays, Hoya's, Jace, and also Henna's Ziggs were not that mainstream in the LCK, but they have been practicing that in solo queue, so we could predict that they will be trying this comp this time around. So we wanted to play around the lane priority in order to counter their comp. BDD, your Syndra was just so good, as usual, and you had some fun against Galio, kind of dominating the lane. Galio is a decent pick into AP Mage Champions, so I guess the Syndra Q buff was so good, right? Well, I mean, back in the spring split, or even now, Syndra Orianna, Syndra Azir is a very common matchup on the mid lane. The Q, the cost buff was so good because you just can't keep using your Q skill even though you miss those. Game number 2, you guys fell to Frederion Braun. We said Gen.G looked pretty emotional in that game. So what did you guys focus on heading into game 3 against Frederion Braun? Lava played Raze, and I was supposed to stop him from roaming. I had to deny his rotation, but we couldn't really predict their location and their macro play, so we wanted to focus on that. As soon as Syndra and Ryze got banned, you guys locked in Zoe right away. What do you think of the matchup of Zoe versus Orianna matchup? Well, you know, every opponent, you know, they ban the AP Mage champions in the second phase, so I was preparing some of the other options, and Zoe was definitely one of those. However, despite the early lead, we had a very close game. And Zoe and Nidalee, the poke war was the real deal. Did you have the confidence that you'll be carrying the game? Or did you think this game isn't that easy for you? I took E in level 1, and then I got the level priority, so I was confident that I will be able to have control. Nidalee, compared to Zoe, her poke ability is lower compared to Zoe. Nidalee only has one option, you know, but I have plenty more. So here's a replay of Gen.G's player having some communication with kills.
나 기다려. 스턴.
Rascal, like, wait for me, I have stun.
나이스.
기분 좋아? 기분 좋아?
Good.
기분 좋아.
You like that?
일단 이겨야 해.
You like that?
잘해보자.
And Rascal, yeah, awesome. Let's win this one.
이거 일단
So,
건 아니고
that was not planned
일단 1, 2세트
at all.
라바 선수가 미드에
But in both game 1 and 2 Lava, we saw he was
미드
like
없길래
sending on the mid lane, but this time around in game 3 he wasn't showing himself on the mid lane, and then we saw Nidalee throwing some of the spears, so we wanted to just camp there until the enemy shows up. Rascal, who was hungry for the kill, and then Clid did let him take it away, and he was asking him, do you feel good? Do you like that? You guys are having some fun, right?
일단 저는 일단 아니었고 광영이 얘기한 건데
Definitely not me. It was Rascal asking for the kill, crying for the kill.
뛰려고 한 게 아니라
You know, they were just having some fun to lighten up the mood. And the Rascal sounded so determined. Let's win this one. Game 3, yeah, Frederion did showcase their potential. You guys had 32 kills in total, but the later the game goes, you guys looked even more focused. What was the focal point heading into the late game? We were aware of the fact that Frederion, they can initiate once they kind of step forward to like poke damage, so we wanted to, you know, play a little bit more safer. But in terms of the team fight, we were pretty much confident. And ramping up is the key. Heading into the playoff, and your last opponent will be Nongshim Rat Force. That's gonna be your final tech up ever status. We're gonna prepare for that. We have lost a lot, so we are having some poor results right now. We are not going to pay attention about the fact that we are playing against Nongshim. It's about, you know, preparing for the playoffs. This will be the end of the interview from BDD, and I'm gonna pass it back to our casters. Thank you.